Hey, everybody. Welcome to With That Being Said.
So we can curse.
Yeah, you can curse.
you can
Look,
curse.
I think I knew that, so you know.
yeah, we were at a soccer game today, and my mom was telling me something about how she will listen to this podcast. What's up, Mom?
Hi, Mom.
Love you.
Hey,
And she's
yeah.
like, oh, my friend loved your podcast the other day, but they said there was too many F-bombs. Sorry.
Well, just don't listen to the F-bomb. Listen to everything else.
Yeah, it is
Walk
what
around
it
it,
is.
right?
Or you just make a game out of it.
It's like closing your eyes on the scary parts of movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Why even listen?
That's what I think. So, with that being said, drink!
Oh, this is going to
2.0.
I should have never told you that, Emily.
All right. So this is only 3 episodes post the alcohol podcast.
Yep.
Deja vu. But anyway, this is our 52nd episode. So it's kind of our year anniversary of podcasting.
And we have
Yeah.
a special guest.
Special guest, the Ed Ogeron.
Who's here?
The Ed Ogeron of Roux Fitness, Coach O. Nice to have you in the building today. How are you doing?
Go Tigers.
Perfect. Just a reminder, I am the Scott Woodward of Roux Fitness.
Oh, it changes all the
Oh,
time.
I don't know who that is
This
either.
is new.
He's the athletic director.
Oh.
If Kevin is Coach O, then I'm the athletic director.
Yeah, Kevin's totally Coach O.
Or I'm the mayor of Rouville.
Mm-hmm.
Also known as the Joe Burrow of podcast, Bradley Schneller. Have you never listened to our podcast
No,
before?
doesn't mean I'm not going to laugh
Right?
again, right?
We also have with us the Clyde Edwards Allaire of everything.
that's
Miss
me.
Sarah Altabello, also our content manager. And you all know her very well. She takes lots of selfies now.
Selfie
not
queen.
true.
Miss Emily
Selfie
Schneller, Director of Nutrition and the COO of Roux Fitness. She makes it
So-
happen, y'all.
So I don't have an
Boss
LSU
lady.
alter ego.
No, because you don't know anyone, so
Oh.
you don't get
Yeah,
any.
we gave you one, and
Who
then
do you
you're
wanna
like,
be?
who's that?
Can you name a player?
You be Mike the Tiger.
I can be Mike the Tiger.
There you go. Look.
Yeah,
So like,
there we
speaking of
go.
selfies,
She
you
knows-
wear your own
she
shirt
knows
face
who
on your
Mike
shirt.
The Tiger
I'd like to
is.
say she's always on the prowl, but I hope not.
Oh. Okay.
Kitty cat.
Oh, no, we ain't starting over again.
Okay.
I would like to clarify that this is, at least for Kevin and I, for sure, this is our first drink, and we are already on fire today.
Yeah, first drink.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
This is not
Slow
my first
start.
drink.
Sarah's
This is
first
this your
drink.
first drink?
Yeah.
It's my first drink.
That is your first drink. I offered you beer at the soccer game, and you passed. So
Is that cool, like to drink at kids' sporting facilities?
probably not, but it felt like it today.
Okay, fine. I was just
It's
curious.
not something
I don't have kids. You know, I can't judge. I can't
When
judge.
I was in high school, I was really good friends with a couple of guys on the baseball team. So I went to a couple of the games, but all of their
Friends.
moms,
Cleat chaser.
Friends.
all of their moms would sneak in little baggies full of wine and get trashed at the baseball games. It's pretty funny.
My parents, when I wrestled in high school, my parents always went out to the parking lot in between. But wrestling tournaments last 2 days, so you know they get stir crazy and they go out and have a little tailgating.
Right.
No, Kevin asked, because we're recording this on a Saturday, y'all. It's not like we're in the middle of a work day. Okay, just want to
Or
clarify
is
that.
it?
Or is it? Yeah, you don't know.
You can pay.
Well,
We work on Saturdays too.
the fact that I said we had a soccer game this morning. Anyway, Kevin asked, how can I prepare for this podcast today? And I said, just make sure you have a few beverages before you come.
Oh, perfect.
Check. Jinx.
Ha.
Oh, we're not doing anything with that. Okay, so
Nope.
Okay.
What?
no, I had to. I coached a soccer game at 9 a.m. this morning, and we had back-to-back
We had 3 hours of soccer this
back-to-back games. Brendan had
Woof.
2 games back-to-back, and it was such a beautiful day. I decided to bring an ice chest out there, and I had some Oktoberfest beers left in my fridge, so brought those. Partook. It was nice.
How long does the game last for
An hour.
those kids played 2 hours?
That's a
Yes,
lot.
they did, and with like a 5-minute break.
2 hours of herding cats, huh?
No,
They're a little more organized at this point.
His is legit. Vivian's
Okay.
is herding cats.
Okay.
Shout out to our
Vivian's is playing red light, green light.
yeah.
That's
Shout
what they did.
shout out to our Sparks coach Andrew Woodruff. Awesome job today, coach. Thanks. It was a pleasure to assist you.
Oh, is that the team name, Sparks?
Well, it's the Louisiana Sparks. That's what they call the 3 and 4 year olds.
Let's make sure you weren't sponsored by.
And
Sparks.
so that's like the lead into the
one
fire.
particular company that makes.
They're
Yeah.
the Sparks.
Isn't that
Yeah.
cute?
Oh, I just thought of that.
Really?
You just figured that out.
Really?
Yeah, so that's the lead into the Louisiana Fire. It's Sparks. So.
Spark leads to fire. Right? Clever marketing.
Cute.
What would they think of next?
Speaking of fires today, so we're doing coaches' pictures after this,
Yep.
and I decided to make a brisket, my 3rd or 4th brisket that I've made, and I was taking a little bit different approach. I had the temperature a little bit high, and everything was going really, really well, except the tip, which is the I don't know if they call it the flap or the point. I think it's called the flap. Not entirely certain.
I feel like there's a lot of jokes we're just gonna let slide.
Yeah.
We're just making eye
just-
contact and
The gerbil
smirking.
started going.
those
If
of
you're
you
listening
listening-
at home, please comment with whatever joke came to mind. Emily is hating life right now, y'all. So drink another beer.
you on-
I'm good.
We can
Yeah.
change that.
Fabulous.
All right. So I decided a different way, and the flap was cooking faster than the point, which makes sense. The point
No,
is
usually the point goes first.
I mean, if you're
I don't know
talking
what I'm
about
talking
the tip,
about, but I don't know, I'm just.
the
Go on,
thicker
carry
the
on.
thicker part was taking longer to cook.
Well, that makes sense.
The girthy part.
Oh, welcome to the podcast, Emily.
Beer's kicking in.
Yeah, the girthy part was definitely taking longer to cook, but it was looking real nice. So I decided to parchment paper one part to make that part cook faster. So if you wrap it, it'll cook faster.
It's funny.
So I wrapped
Keep
the
going.
point. I wrapped the point, but because I had
You never be too safe.
and I didn't use aluminum, I used parchment paper. So it was like lambskin on that.
Stop.
Yeah, but you can't reuse it though.
Can't reuse it. It's
No.
disposable. So I wrapped it and forgot that I had the temperature up, and I had a little flare up. Next thing you know, all the parchment paper caught on fire. I had pretty much an inferno inside my barbecue pit. The paint on the outside of the pit was peeling off. That's how hot it got. I was able to save my temperature gauges. Like I went in with like a foil glove, and I like grabbed it and pulled it out real quick. It was nuts.
So you wrap the point to be safe, but
They're
you got-
still
you-
burning.
You still got this burning sensation, and you grabbed it.
It was
out of
more
there
than a
real quick.
sensation, sir. It was on fire.
Oh wow!
So
should have
this is
tested
crazy.
this first.
I
wanna
pulled
get
out,
that checked out.
So I had to. We're okay with this. I mean, the temperature wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be when I pulled it out, but it was hot. It was 195-ish, 198-ish. You want like a 200 to 205 when you pull out, but this was.
God, I'm sorry. I'm in 10th grade today. All of a sudden,
Anyway, so when I pulled it out, though, there was still some parchment paper on it that was on fire. So when I tried to transplant it to the other parchment paper that I had, it lit that on fire. So then I threw it. I keep a like pot that doesn't have a plant in it underneath my carport. We're 8 minutes in. We haven't started yet. And
Sure we have.
I keep like Chicory's bags of poop in there that I don't bring all the way to the trash can yet because I bring those out on trash days. It's just easier.
I do
if
the
I'm
same thing.
collecting.
I do the same thing with all the
But
time.
it also had leaves and dead branches in there. Well, that caught on fire.
You know, Smokey
so
the Bear. That's for
flaming
sure.
shit.
Flaming hot shit.
The good news is the brisket looks good. The
Are
bad
y'all
news,
excited to eat it?
As long as the brisket was not near the burning shit.
it was not near the burning bags of shit.
Different flavor
The
profile.
bad
but-
news is I probably need a new barbecue pit now. The good news is I probably need a new barbecue pit now.
And,
Wanted a new barbecue.
and Christmas is around the corner.
Christmas is
Yeah.
around the corner, so my birthday's
we'll
around the corner.
we'll let you know if it's
Emily
worth
already
it on the
bought
next
my birthday.
podcast.
Slippers.
Yeah, what I want. The barbecue pit's not in the budget.
Slippers.
Yeah, I get him slippers every other year.
Oh, you wear through them that quick?
Yes. He
I
wears
wear-
them
I wear 'em every day.
every day.
Okay, I mean, I'm down for slippers.
Even in the summertime.
like warm woolly types, or are they
Flannel,
flannel
on the
lined.
inside.
Oh, your feet don't sweat.
They're
bump-
really
And
nice.
they're monogrammed, Kevin.
Oh.
Aren't you
Aw.
surprised?
While he sips
No,
his
no, but I
Chemex
think that's
coffee.
all right. What brand? I'm really interested.
Land's End.
Okay. I really want some Uggs. UGG slippers.
I'm
I
not an
think it's a
Uggs
little
guy.
overkill for just walking around the house. I bought a pair once for Christmas for a buddy of mine, and he loves them. But
I will say there's
it doesn't
something
get
to be
cold
said.
enough.
I asked Ryan one year, I was like, all I want is like a really fluffy robe and some comfy slippers, and that was one of the best Christmas gifts ever.
I like fuzzy socks.
Fuzzy socks.
But they're not hot though.
Are slippers hot? You mean
No.
like heat hot?
No,
No.
I mean
Sexy
sexy
hot.
hot. But
Yeah.
no, slippers aren't hot.
But
Slippers
it-
aren't either.
Well, it depends what you're
so-
into. I mean,
Sure,
I'm
there's
not
somebody
into
that
that.
has a slipper.
I mean, neither
fetish.
am I.
I'm not into that. All right, so let's get rolling. Kevin,
Probably.
you, I was going to say you're our longest tenured coach, but you are not. That is actually Matthew, but it's hard to find him these days. He's in witness protection. I actually don't even know if he's coming to pictures today or not. But
Fingers crossed.
I even
Matthew's
recognized him
low
the other day
MIA.
when he walked up on the side of the gym. I'm like, who's this guy?
so
Like,
outside of the one
yeah.
guy in witness protection, Kevin, you are the longest coach here. 7 years.
Has it been 7 years?
Yeah.
I feel like you were here in the first year, were
How
you
did
not?
y'all meet? I was thinking about that the other day. That I don't know how you met.
Christy, no?
No, it was Laura Mullen, actually.
Laura Mullen. That's right. She came for a hot second.
Well, we probably don't want to get into details of.
We can get into details.
all right.
If you want. I don't care. It doesn't bother
Well,
me.
I was coaching at CrossFit Elmwood, and it just so happened that the owners
Oh, yeah,
were
I
having
see.
a tiff,
I see now.
and I didn't like where it was going. Yeah.
Yeah, I see now.
So Laura was coaching with me, and you courted her about coming to coach here.
Yep.
And then she realized it wouldn't be a good fit for particular reasons that
Yeah.
you want to disclose that.
It
you
wasn't
can.
gonna. It wasn't gonna work for her.
Right. Nothing to do with anybody. Well,
Yeah.
anyway.
It wasn't gonna work
So
for her.
she mentioned it. She mentioned it to
Not a
me.
good situation.
She mentioned it to me, and I didn't like where things were going at the other place, and met Bradley, and he said, "Yeah, I'll this is what I'll offer you," and
Kevin sent his list of demands.
I'll.
And his list of certs.
I always joke that we need a wall
Just for
a
for
Kevin.
Kevin wall. A
certs.
Kevin wall.
I like to learn
Maybe
new
you
things.
can
I
like
like to-
pull it out whenever you coach.
Oh,
Put
hey-o.
it next, like
Like
No,
a
please
wallet
keep
and
it in while you coach.
yeah.
And here we are.
How many certs do you have?
So L1, L2, gymnastics, weightlifting, CrossFit, and USA, and mobility. So 6, 7.
Wow.
I think it would be more appropriate
Got a
for
degree.
Kevin if he had like a giant trench coat with the certs in it that he opened up.
That'd be pretty funny.
What you into? I got it. I got you covered.
Exactly.
Mobility, weightlifting. What you want? I got it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's-
So
L1, L2.
everyone knows you were a rugby buff. Everyone. Well, if you didn't know, you might not know. Kevin was a super rugby buff. How long you played rugby?
Started playing in started learning to play in 1997, and
Holy
then started playing in 98
Yeah.
for LSU. And
I was in 8th grade in 1997.
You
Damn.
old Kevin.
yeah, I'm old. It's all right, you know. And then didn't play in grad school, just focusing on grad school, and then moved home. Started playing for New Orleans Rugby Football Club in 2003, and then we moved, when Shay and I moved, the wife and I moved in 2009.
All right, so
2010. I
you
kinda
played a long
stopped.
time.
Still playing though, playing next weekend. So it's a little more sporadic now.
Sevens.
No, it's 15 seasons.
Man,
man.
we talked about this.
It's old boy. It's old boys. It's old boys.
All right. All right.
It's old boys. It'll be
I
all right.
want to hear
It's
it.
rolling subs. You
Okay.
Know, I'll
All
be
right.
I'll
There was a
inflict
long
more
time where
pain than
Kevin would take a weekend off or a week, and he's like, "I'm gonna go play rugby." This is like in his earlier years with the gym, and he would come back with like all kinds of injuries, like jacked up for months.
It always makes for interesting conversations
Neck.
at the office, at the, the water
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So before that, though, you kind of got your start in fitness at LSU, right?
Well, I mean, let's talk about starting fitness or fitness
I don't
career.
mean working out, fitness
Oh, okay,
career.
yeah. I mean, I stayed the same major the whole time. I was kinesiology, exercise science, exercise physiology, whatever it was, and PE. So it's always something to fall back on. But yeah, and then I did a internship with the strength and conditioning department at LSU under Coach Moffitt, and worked with the football and baseball team. So that was a lot of fun. Got to meet some interesting characters.
What was your
So-
best story from your time with Tommy Moffitt at the LSU Strength and Conditioning Center for student athletes?
Interesting story there.
What about the Stelz? bench
Oh, the
press
stealth
story?
thing. Yeah, there's that. So, yeah, that was interesting. First day for the walk-ons, and they come in with their program, and we would have a few guys at each station, one coach to a few guys, and there's this shorter, stocky, big guy, and the lifts that day were everything was 5 sets of 5, and the lifts were hang power cleans, back squats, and bench press. And so Kevin gets up to like 250 for hang power cleans. Bad technique, but just muscles it up. Typical Rumble guy. And
Burn.
Damn.
go to back squats. He back squats be like around 5 or so. It's not too bad.
Whatever.
Whatever. And then he goes to the bench press, and it's 5 sets of 5, like I said, and he does a little real light warm up, and he puts on 225, punches out 5, 315, punches out 5, 405, punches out 5.
That's Jay Joyce level right there.
Right. And then puts on 5 plates, 495, and he's about to lay back on the bench. I'm like, you want to put another 2.5 on each side, make it even 5? And
Were you spotting him?
yes. Get into that.
Have you seen
Scary.
Kevin's arms? Kevin,
Hold on,
show
we're
up your
getting there.
arms for the cameras.
those
On
Oh,
YouTube.
So he lays back for 500 pounds, and the whole gym stops, the whole weight room. Coach Moffitt, all the football coaches, and they're just staring. I'm looking around. I'm standing over. It's like, I mean, I could deadlift this, but I'm in a funky position here.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous to
There was
spot
no side,
that.
no side
Oh,
spots.
yeah, no side spotter?
No side spot. It's
Ooh,
just,
that
it's
changes
just me
things.
leaning over him with my balls in his face, and he takes it off the rack and he punches 500
Like smelling
pounds.
salts.
Right? Yeah,
Right?
500 pounds 5 times like it was
Oh, my
nothing.
Oh my god.
So Coach Moffitt sees him. He's like, Kevin Stelz. He's like, you come with me, and he puts him on a whole separate program. And
Yeah.
he played. I think he played a little, but he's a good athlete.
And then he called the kicker over and said, Kevin, the intern, go handle the kicker.
Which was Donnie Jones. So he was actually lifted with the linebackers. So that dude was pretty stout and playing in the NFL. So, but yeah, that was probably the most interesting story there.
Damn.
Yeah, that was
So
fun.
what got you into CrossFit?
What got me? Oh, so trained for rugby. Right before I moved to Hattiesburg, we were unbeknownst to the guys I was training with, we were getting workouts off the main site, and I got this cool tire flips and jumping rope, kettlebell swings, tire drag, like and
Man stuff.
making circuits.
That shit ain't on .com anymore.
No, we worked
No.
we worked out in a friend's house. He's now one of the assistant coaches for the Gold. And in Lakeview, in the back alley, they have in Lakeview, and so we're doing. It wasn't exactly the timing of it, and things for time, but we just did the lifts along with everything else we did, and then moved to Hattiesburg. A friend of mine that I graduated high school with knew that I was coming. He lived there, and he said, "You need to come check this place out. You'll like it. It's CrossFit." I'm like, "Okay." And so went and checked it out. I got like this empty floor
What
space
year
with
was
rigs
it?
everywhere. Just
What year was it?
2009.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. So signed up, talked to the owners, and like, all right, class is tomorrow, whatever time. The first Metcon I ever did was Kern, 150 wall balls for time. Took me 20 minutes. Took me 20 or so minutes. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
And
Who just did it in 3?
Oh God.
Some girl.
he did it. Well, no, Jacob.
No, some girl. I don't know if it was Tia Toomey or
Somebody did it
someone else.
Unbroken.
Someone just did it in 3 minutes.
Did like Unbroken.
I follow her on Instagram. Anyway, go ahead.
So anyway, I mean, my first CrossFit total there was a lot better than my Karen workout. That's for
Well,
sure.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then so I guess then we moved to Lafayette. A few months after that, was at CrossFit Lafayette for a while, and they really get after it, the owners there, and did Karen again. About a year later, knocked it down to 6 minutes.
Hey, there you go.
So it's CrossFit works.
Yeah.
So you're an OG,
Yeah.
10 plus years, CrossFit OG.
Yeah.
How have you seen? And I'm gonna separate this a little bit. How have you seen CrossFit the company change since you started?
Well, I mean, there's the obvious stuff with Glassman and the racial controversies.
I mean, from a fitness aspect.
No, and then stuff with the games. It was stuck in with itself with all the these are the WODs, these are the movements, and we're going to change this up invariably and constantly. That only lasts so long, and you end up doing the same thing over and over again. Right. And they started getting into more functional bodybuilding, like we did. We evolved into that. But now it's gotten away from its original self, and I think I'd like to see it come back to that, kind of come full circle. I miss some of the old school CrossFit type stuff. I mean, not like Pukey the Clown type things, but there's the games. I kind of lost interest in watching the games.
I lost interest in watching the games
you miss
too.
girls in
Yeah.
tall socks. Is that what you miss?
No, I don't miss that at all. That was never a thing.
Tall socks and booty
thing.
shorts.
I know it was a thing, but it
Chuck
shouldn't have been.
Taylors.
I got a hot
Taylors
take
and
for y'all.
long socks.
I do not like working out in Chuck Taylors.
No, I don't like wearing Chuck Taylors
They're
at
too
all.
narrow.
I don't even like. Yeah,
I don't.
I
Sarah
have a
works out.
pair.
I do.
But you have narrow feet, right?
Yeah, I mean, I work out in my Chucks and my Vans if we're like.
Now I could probably do
Lifting
Vans. I
or-
hear Vans are a little bit wider.
I do like the Vans a
They're
little
for-
bit more.
Well, they are skateboard BMX
Yeah.
shoes. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like I've done workouts in my
Right.
Chucks. I've also raced Gerald in my Chucks.
Bless.
That was stupid.
Did you win?
Get enough of that bourbon and
First of all,
Bradley
it's
will
Gerald,
race
and I'm
anyone
drunk
in his Chucks.
when I raced him. When I raced him. All right, please.
Good decision always happen in Chucks and with drinking.
What were we talking about?
Shoes.
The evolution of CrossFit.
The evolution
Yeah.
of CrossFit.
I meant CrossFit.
Getting back to some of the old
CrossFit
stuff.
shoes.
No, I feel like I am trying to do that a little bit.
What's that?
Lately? Get back to the old style of CrossFit. Now, I will say this. This is a little bit controversial, maybe. I don't like tire flips. Here's why.
Dirty.
Were you-
Does it
were-
get your
was I
white
waiting for you to
tights
ask me?
dirty?
Dirt as your nails. Nails.
No, it doesn't have anything about dirty.
His white tights.
But I mean, all right. So they're huge.
You
they're
do
huge.
the programming. You know,
They're
pick
huge.
your outfit accordingly.
They're huge. Well, we don't do them like ever anymore because they're huge. We got to keep them outside. All right. Most of the people that do them, a lot of the people that do them can't do them properly, and it's not exactly like a balanced apparatus like a barbell. So you
Right.
see a lot of catbacks when you're doing it. And newsflash for anybody out there listening, you didn't know, flipping a tire is like a deadlift or a clean. More like a clean. You shouldn't have a rounded back.
No,
Kevin, what would you compare it
no
to?
doubt about that. You should have a rounded back for anything.
Or what would you
You
compare?
shouldn't
it
have
to?
a rounded back when you tie your shoes.
Well, you're picking something from off the
You're
ground.
picking something off the ground, but
pushing
here's the
it up
thing.
and then flipping it over.
I wish I would have gone and done Rob Orlando's cert.
Rob Orlando is a CrossFit OG.
Cert number 9.
But I watched a lot of his stuff and a lot of the strongman type stuff. And tire flips, one of the mistakes that people make is they try to treat it like a deadlift and pick it straight up and then try to get it over. You need to drive into the tire.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's
There
the
you
thing.
go,
But
yo.
still flat back. There's
Well, yeah,
no
I meant
change
more
in
the
that.
setup wise, where you see, like, I look at a lot of Instagrams from around the city.
No, I agree. I agree.
See a
with
lot
that.
of little cats.
Yeah. No.
Meow.
Yeah, but that's the
waiting
problem is
for
that
it.
you're trying to pick the tire up like a deadlift and then somehow flip it over. The idea is to drive into the tire, knee up, and then push it over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's for a super super heavy tire. But they got the ones where you can just a little bit lighter and actually try to flip them in one flip, and like literally flip them in the air.
Flip 'em in
It's,
the
it's a
air.
lighter. It's a lighter tire. It's a lighter
I
tire.
have to say,
though.
talking about tire flips and knowing Kevin was like doing these in Lakeview, just that's where my parents are, and they have an alley, and in their back room, sometimes they open the curtains and you can see into the alley, and I'm just imagining my parents' reaction to like Kevin
Kevin,
flipping
some
tires
guy-
shirtless.
across the
So
backyard.
we'd also
Tires.
tie a rope around it and tie it around our waist.
Yeah.
And like we do with the sleds. We didn't have sleds, but we just drag the tire. I mean, of course,
And if you're
in the rocks, it
Gerald,
helps.
you'll put like a
6 parachutes.
6 parachutes on and an altitude mask along with the tire and knee sleeves or something like that.
And have a
He's gonna
drone
do
follow
it the
you.
Then
whole
have a drone
time
follow you.
on med balls,
Oh, yeah.
like a barrel roll,
Ba-
but
like
on
balancing
med
on med balls. Yeah, like a bear in a
Yeah.
circus. That's you, Gerald.
Yeah.
If you want to check out the best
G-force.
athlete who also looks like he's in a circus half the time in his workouts,
It reminds me of
G4
the movie
Superstar.
Jaws when
Check it out.
they shoot him with the dart and he drags the barrels. And he
Yes.
takes like 2 or 3 barrels. He's taking 3 barrels down.
Yes.
That's what just came to my mind. I don't know.
Gerald's first set, 1 barrel. Second set, 2 barrels.
He's taking 2 barrels.
So, what is your favorite
Cert.
CrossFit workout?
No.
Girl or hero?
Let's go any named workout, any named benchmark workout.
Ooh, Tillman.
Give it to us.
I can't remember what it is.
Awesome. This is great for radio, y'all.
It's my
Awesome.
favorite.
I love this one.
I can't.
don't know
I
what we
cannot.
do.
What it
I
is.
cannot remember.
one that
but
you
I
can-
do
alright.
know it's one of my favorites.
I'm going to let you think about it because
give
this
me
is
my
not
phone,
good
give me
for
my phone.
podcasting.
Get my phone. I'll look it up real
If
quick.
we pause to look up a shirtless
keep-
photo of Joe Burrow, we
Yeah.
can pause for
Kevin's
Kevin
going
to
to look it
figure
up.
out
Sarah,
Tillman.
what's your
Why
favorite
were we
CrossFit
doing
workout?
that?
Ooh.
Named workout.
All right, let's see.
That's tough. I really love the 7.
I love the 7.
Also, really love Hollyman.
Hollyman's good. Yeah.
Hollyman's good.
Hollyman's a lot
All
of
right, for you can look up the 7. That's a lot of shit to explain. Hollyman is
30
rounds.
5
5.
wall balls.
Yep, there you go.
3 handstand push-ups and 1 heavy clean.
225 for guys,
155.
for the ladies. Emily, what's your favorite?
I suck at this game, y'all. Like the only
What do
named
you like
workouts
doing?
that I could like tell you what they are is Fran and Cindy, and probably Grace, and that's it.
What do you like doing?
What's your favorite movement?
Deadlifts.
What's your favorite? Which is the second favorite movement to combine with deadlifts?
Not handstand push-ups.
I like cleans.
Yeah, I
So
was
no
going to say,
Diane.
I was surprised you didn't say cleans.
I love cleans.
So you like DT?
I like DT.
There
You gotta
go.
go overhead. You
That's
definitely like
okay.
that DT. What about double DT?
Flat.
Heavy DT.
Girthy DT.
Oh, you took your word out of my mouth.
All right, Kevin Tillman, what is it?
Tillman, 7 rounds for time, 7 deadlifts at 315 for the fellas, 205 for the ladies, 200-meter sprint, 15 pull-ups with a 45-second rest between rounds.
Oh, I would like that.
I like that.
I like that.
Let's do that on.
We can do
We
that.
should start pulling in more named WODs again. Let's bring it back. A couple days, a day or two a week. What?
Sarah?
Well, no, I think adding it in with
Programming
intention
it with intention, yeah.
is
Always
awesome.
always
It's
program
super
with
fun.
attention.
Also, maybe like on Saturdays where it's more fun. Everybody's excited to just like throw some weight around. But what we've been talking about that we see with a lot of other gyms is they do too many named workouts.
Oh, no doubt. No
and then
doubt.
they start training for CrossFit versus like training for life.
Fitness.
and
Sure,
fitness.
functional.
Yeah.
And then, of course, CrossFit's supposed to be all about
so, like-
functional fitness. But
But
it
something
got
like
away
that
from
would be
right.
awesome.
So a lot of what people don't understand is these named workouts, I didn't give mine.
Yeah, what's yours?
I don't know.
We know you love the 7.
I love the 7. But yeah, I don't really know. I love Grace. Grace is good. There is a workout. It is 3 rounds or 4 rounds of what is the name of it? 800-meter run, 30 squat cleans, 30 pull-ups, I think. I can't remember that. Anyway,
I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sound like hell.
what were we talking about?
What's
So
the
what we're
weight?
talking about is like when people do constantly, and a lot of CrossFit gyms do this, named workout after named workout after named workout, is those are tests and benchmarks.
Sure.
That's not like it's fitness in the sense of you are exercising, but you are not particularly training.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I like to think they're good Saturday workouts.
I think that, and also, but if you find the right one to complement whatever strength you're trying to do that day. So say you're doing deadlifts for the strength portion of your workout, and come back and do a workout that has lighter deadlifts in it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
think,
that,
and
that-
amongst
that's a little
other
bit different
amongst
than,
other things.
than that.
Oh yeah.
Right, right.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm not gonna come in and do 7.
If that's your light deadlift.
Right.
then
That's 49 deadlifts.
Wow.
315
You might be in the
pounds.
games if that's your
Yeah.
light deadlift.
It's not that heavy. I mean, but
We don't all deadlift like you,
It's
Kevin.
49 reps at 315. That's a lot, bro.
we,
Everybody's not you.
the 8x8 has been has been pretty hellacious lately.
What?
The program lately, it's been good.
Yeah.
The volume of it, it's a lot. I came
Oh,
out. So
yeah,
I did this.
4x4s.
I did. You know, if you
16
notice-
reps
Yeah, you notice I did a 6-week program.
as opposed to 49
I'm
reps.
telling this dude the other night how tired I am. And he's like, it's because you're 30. And I'm like, no, it's because I did your programming. I did every single rep all week
That
long.
workout yesterday.
That's a lot on your
was
central nervous system.
Great.
That's the thing. Is like it
And I mean,
taxes your
it's
central
great.
nervous
I
workout.
love it.
It felt like Saturday and Sunday in one workout.
Friday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Sarah, you want to tell everybody?
I loved
You want to tell
yesterday.
everybody for the podcast
Took
what
my time.
what
That's
you
'cause
saw
you got a
me do?
motor that does not stop,
Which,
Sarah.
What do you mean? Oh, like in yesterday's workout?
Yeah, when
Okay, let's back up. Yesterday's workout was
Bananas.
25 burpees, or no, 25 cal row, 50 burpees, 100 split squats, body weight on the right, 100 on the left, and then back up. So 50 burpees, finish with a 25 cal row. I can just see in Bradley's eyes when he is in a workout or not. He moseys through. You were with intent, but like you get through the 25 cal row, and I watched him get off the rower and start doing his burpees, and I was like, he's not gonna make it.
You're like, I'm not gonna beat Buck. Screw it.
He did 25 burpees and comes over and he's like, yeah, I think I'm done. I'm just gonna row for 10 minutes.
I did. I set the interval clock and I did 5 rounds, 10 calorie row, 15-second rest. So that's what I did.
It-
And I was like, I was good with that.
It took every
Inch?
fiber of me, whatever, to move myself through that.
Did you do?
I was
all
just
100
exhausted.
split
I was just
squats on
tired, but I'm
one
glad I
side
did.
Before you moved to the other.
Yes.
Holy moly! How did you do that?
Well, it's how it's written.
Well, did you do this stuff before
I
too?
could not do that.
Yes, you did.
That wasn't easy.
Yesterday,
No.
nothing felt good.
If you challenge yourself
It
with
was
it, I
heavy.
mean,
I went light.
Everything
It-
felt
the
heavy.
intention of that was to go light because of everything else that week.
well, I missed.
Would you build
I
up
missed
to?
Wednesday, Thursdays.
Okay.
I was out of town, so I needed to kind of make up some time there. Or
I will
whatever.
say going from the last like 10, 15 split squats and then having to do a burpee, my back foot was so cramped up from being in that flex position. It was miserable.
Which shoes did you have on?
I had my nanos on.
Oh, okay. I want to make sure, like, because any other shoe, you might die there.
Yeah, I mean, I had
I
cross-training
couldn't do the
shoes
split
on.
squats because my toes are all messed up. But after the double unders and then doing the burpees,
Yeah.
trying to get in a position, I'm like, screw it, air squats, which wasn't any easier.
Well,
But
this was our first week that Emily and I had full track practice on Tuesday and Thursday
in a while.
in a while, like maybe 6 to 8 weeks. So like I was gassed. man.
track practice, I love that. No, I really love that. I think it's awesome. Like, I'm jealous of that. Like, I go to work and with a lunch break.
It's
and
funny, I
I
told-
know. I
y'all
was
y'all go to
asking
track
Emily
practice.
about why we had to switch a couple classes and early in the week, and she's like, "Well, I have track practice at 9:30."
I'm seriously jealous of that. I'm
I
like,
know.
I want to go to like wrestling practice once a week or something in the middle of the day.
My son starts. I told you.
Yeah.
Full jujitsu. on
I'm
Monday,
excited
so
for
I'm
him.
That's cool.
With a gi.
That's awesome.
I'm excited too. I'm excited.
He's gonna have cauliflower ear and stuff.
No,
gonna be
he's so
awesome.
pretty looking.
Not anymore. Just wait.
Better make sure he takes people down with one kick.
There's no kicking
Cobra
in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he learns how to kick.
There's striking, but there's really no
Striking,
kicking.
yeah.
in
He
jiu-jitsu.
learned shins and knees.
Now remember,
but when he started getting into jiu-jitsu, it's
he
gonna be all
enrolled
grappling.
Brennan after watching Cobra Kai, so sweep the legs.
I'm gonna get him a Cobra Kai patch and sew it onto his gi.
We have a group of guys that I played rugby with, and they did their sevens team. They call it Cobra Kai Sevens, and they got these jerseys that look like the Cobra Kai
That's
gi,
awesome.
no sleeves, with the yellow collar,
With the-
and it looks like you
Right.
know, it's folded over, whatever. It's pretty sweet. Anyway,
Cobra Kai forever. Cobra Kai
Cobra
never
Kai,
dies.
That's right. Strike first, strike hard.
No mercy. All right. So, with that being said,
Drink.
I need a refill.
Yeah. Take care.
I guess I'm
Kevin.
going neat.
He's our special guest.
Be all cross-eyed for my coach's picture.
Emily and I were just
thinking about
talking about that the other day. How you haven't gone cross-eyed in a long time.
Wait, what?
Damn.
You're lazy-eyed.
Am I lazy?
I haven't seen it lazy
Stop.
lately.
You can talk about it. I'm good. Now, because every time I've been noticing more lately, the thing I notice is when I'm looking at somebody and I think I'm looking at them and they'll go, like, you looking at me? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at you. And I go all pirate on
That's
them.
happened recently?
Happens all the time.
Yeah, I feel like
But
I
it
haven't
might
seen
be early in
like
the
that.
morning. You know, I'm just getting up. It's usually the worst is drinking or just super tired. Now it goes in. It used to go out before I had surgery when I was 18, and it kind of overcompensated on the surgery. It's all muscle,
Yeah.
and so now it's
So sometimes it goes in, sometimes it goes out.
the more. What are we talking about?
Your eye. Your eye
Anyway,
sucks.
no, it goes. I think it goes in now. But anyway, what I notice is, maybe I'm not what I'm focusing on when I'm looking at somebody from a distance. They're like, they're not sure if I'm looking at them or not.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I catch that all the time. I'm like, shit.
What's your biggest pet peeve as a coach?
Lack of punctuality and people don't listen.
You, Sarah?
I would say people that don't listen and then just cutting reps to win.
Oh,
Right, cutting reps because you're modifying is one thing.
Yeah,
Cutting
yeah,
reps
yeah,
is
If
always-
you're
that's
like,
fine.
I would
Yeah.
rather get through all the movements, so I'm going to do less reps.
But we know
Fine, if it's with
we know who you
intention.
are.
We do know who you are. Emily?
Having a problem for every solution. Like not being coachable.
Right.
Like me giving a cue and then telling me like 5 reasons why they can't do that. I'm like,
Or why
okay.
they won't.
Why they won't.
Right. For me, it's not listening to. Like, when I explain a workout 4 times, 5 times, and then 5 minutes in, you're like, so what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
But you just put on your patient pants and you explain it to them again.
I love patient pants.
You don't have to feel patient. You just have to act patient.
Ooh, that's a good one. What's your
Is that kind of like enthusiasm? If you act enthusiastic, you'll be enthusiastic.
What's
I
your favorite
guess,
thing to
but-
coach?
My favorite thing to coach is when we have metcons that are just super intense, balls to the wall, intense. That it gets me fired up. No offense, but the flows are good. Flows are hard to coach, you know. But they
No,
serve
they're not as fun to coach.
right, but that's okay. But
Sometimes we need flows as athletes.
oh, absolutely,
once or
Oh,
twice
there's
a
no
week,
doubt.
But to coach them, they're not fun.
I had
I get it.
somebody dropped in this morning. And she's like, we had a flow, and she's like, and she said, it's kind of boring. I'm like, well, you need to understand. We're scaled back from yesterday. If you were here yesterday, you'd understand. And I said, look,
Right.
you're welcome to stay and do whatever you want extra, blah, blah, blah. But yeah.
Did she?
Yeah, she did. She's been here before.
What's her name?
Jean. She lives in
Oh,
Gee,
yeah.
yeah.
Sweet girl.
You know,
She
Sweet girl.
knows that. She knows.
And she was cool.
Sorry,
She was
Jean.
cool with it. Yeah. No, it was want to complain. It was, it was all good. But yeah, it's when I can really get into it and I can push somebody past that pain threshold and like just come on, give me 2
Pain
more.
cave.
I like the term pain cave. It's
What's your
corny,
favorite
but
thing to coach, Sarah?
I don't know. I really enjoy that, but I also just enjoy when we're lifting heavy,
Yeah.
like that push and talking through that with someone.
Em?
Can it be nutrition?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
yeah.
For me, it's when we started doing those metacondas.
Oh, wait.
And watching
love those
people's like
Metacondas.
eyes roll in the back of their heads as they're dying, and I'm like, "Come on, get it!"
yes.
And they're like, "Oh!"
Every time we have done the Metaconda, I don't have a voice by the end of the
But
day.
I love it.
from
I love it.
coaching.
I don't get like as jacked up for anything yelling wise as I do for the metaconda.
I do like coaching Metacon too. You know what's great too is when we have the super intense stuff like that and you find the right playlist. It just
Oh, yeah,
everything
it's
just
in the
happens.
zone.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. Like you're just fired up.
I
And
say sometimes that's one of the biggest struggles for a coach is finding the right playlist, because what people don't understand is like you just come to, 5:30 a.m. every day or 3:30 or 4:30 a day. We're listening to the music all day, every day. It gets fucking boring.
But I can only imagine though somebody's play in their algorithm, so they're playing the same stuff over and over again. I would imagine they're hearing the same
banana.
shit over and over again.
yeah, it's tough.
I don't know. Maybe y'all are, y'all aren't. I don't know. But I like to try to find
That's
new
why
stuff.
sometimes, like, yesterday was Friday, and I was coaching 8:30. Sarah, you were coaching 8:30 too?
Yeah.
Yep. And the weather was awesome. So we just kind of had like some 70s dance music on.
But it worked.
That we were bouncing around. Yeah,
you
and
know,
it worked.
and it was
it
the
felt right
crew
with the
that
weather.
was in the gym, the weather, who was coaching.
And it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I think that's the biggest thing is just making it
Making
fun.
it fun.
You know?
Or even like I always tell Bradley, like when the weather changes, I'm like, oh, it's Black Keys weather.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't want to do every workout to that.
Well, no.
But like yesterday, it was perfect. It was
Speaking
exactly what
of
I wanted.
Black Keys weather, do you have seasonal music?
Because Bradley sure does.
Yes, I do.
What do you classify as fall music?
More bluesy type stuff like
Like a harmonica, maybe?
Gary Clark Jr.
Gary Clark Jr. I'll take that.
No.
Blues Traveler?
I mean, I like Blues Traveler, but it's been
Maybe
a
not
fall
for
music? God, I
all
think
the
it's
fitness.
so, not necessarily
he's-
fitness. I just mean in
But talking
general.
about in general.
Yeah.
In general. No?
I don't know. I gotta
Roll in the
get.
What do you
windows
consider
now.
fall music?
I mean, Black Keys radio has Gary Clark Jr., Black Keys,
Sturgill
Leon
Simpson?
Bridges.
You and I have a lot of very similar
Yes.
taste in music.
Well, Leon Bridges. I do Leon
love
Bridges
Leon
year round,
Bridges.
but Leon Bridges is
And
more springish
spring
to
for
me. But it's, I
And
think it's
Because of
Like some
jazz.
John
the
Legend,
jazz.
some more
Alabama
R&B type
Shakes,
stuff.
Florence and the Machine, like all that goes into my kind of
Ooh,
fall.
I haven't heard
Is
Florence
it
and the
Carl
Machine in
that
a
always
while.
says you have the
Playlist.
best music?
That's because Kevin's the only coach that plays death metal.
I don't play death metal, but I will play more rock in it. No. I like some
I just
good.
blew some people's eardrums.
I like some good '80s hair
Talking
metal.
to the
you
mic,
know?
Bradley.
Yeah.
that yell.
You just gotta change it up. You gotta keep them guessing. You know.
I feel that.
So.
I
Music
did
is key.
I did appreciate though. I got on a Beastie Boys radio kick when the gym reopened, and Kevin was like, "You did that, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah."
That's good
Ooh,
stuff.
Yeah, let's do
That
that
was good
again.
stuff.
I like Beastie Boys.
I love Beastie Boys.
Oh,
man.
one time I played the entire 311 album in class.
And I will not complain.
Yeah, you're not gonna complain. There are people our age that will not
I'm
complain.
a freak for the '90s music. And
Emily
I love.
is
I play
not-
'90s today.
Emily is not a 90s rock.
You're not a
person.
grunge rock.
I don't care.
You're not gonna wear your flannel on your
No,
docs.
Emily's like Chumbawamba and stuff like that.
I am not Chumbawamba.
What'd you listen to in the 90s? Exactly.
Spice Girls.
Which gets on the radio. Which I played the other day.
Spice
Side
Girls?
note: I can't listen to Spice Girls anymore without thinking of the show The Boys. I can't.
Did you watch last
Oh.
night's episode?
It came out.
We're in second
like,
season,
It came
right?
out early, right?
It
The
came out
24th?
Thursday night.
Yeah, saw it. Yes.
We're in
Wait.
Good.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Tell me, 'cause
spoil
I
it. No
think-
spoilers.
It came out Thursday night.
Yeah.
Okay, you said
So
Thursday
I
night. All right.
watched last week's episode and this week's
Oh, okay.
episode on
all right,
Thursday.
all right. Yeah. Woo.
All right, so I need to get caught up.
You
So
know
it's second
that.
season, right?
Second season. The Boys. It's excellent.
I love that show.
I love watching it.
Good show.
Cool.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Roux memory over the past 7 years?
Well, the ones I
Good
can
question.
remember. I think one of my favorites was when we used to do the opens here, and was the Nancy and
Mason.
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 Thank you. That was a great. That was coaching. I was judging her.
Paint a picture for the listeners who don't know who
All right.
Nancy and Mason are.
So, and help me with it. I remember Nancy very well, but Nancy was not the picture of fitness. She was she. How long was she here? Was she here before, like at the old location?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Okay.
She got like a Groupon when we first opened.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know she was a smoker, and she just was overweight. And I know she came a long way with her fitness and achieved a lot of goals and overcame a lot of obstacles, and to do the open, and then was with us for a few years. And then her son started, Mason,
Yep.
who was, I believe he was 17 at the time,
Yep, teenager.
and he was not, and he's not an athlete. He's
We're in the band.
Everybody's an athlete. Hold on, let me back up.
I
Yes, he
mean,
was in the
I
band.
was in the band and I crushed shit. So
I played rugby with a guy in the bands, and it was a phenomenal athlete. Anyway,
all right.
but so they were doing whatever the workout was. I can't remember, but they did it together, and they finished it in the time cap, and it was a big hug and teary moment.
Yeah.
You got it choked up here.
Aw.
No, it was good. It was just that
That was a
touched
good
me.
moment.
Yeah.
what about you, Em?
My favorite Roux memory? I think the powerlifting meet
Yeah.
here.
Cool.
That was really fun.
Sarah?
Which year?
The year that I won, they called my name, and I was like, "What?"
We did it. How many times did we do it?
I did
Twice.
it twice.
Okay.
I really love Taylor's open moment.
Yeah,
we have that
that was a
awesome
good one, too.
photo. And were y'all weren't here for that, were you?
I was.
You were?
I came from
wasn't.
work.
You weren't.
I wasn't.
So that's what it was. It was that I had only been working here a few weeks,
I put
and
you in
Bradley
charge,
was
right?
like, "You have to run the open tonight." And I was like, "Wait, what?" I was so stressed out all night. I had, like,
Because on Friday. That was always on
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah.
I was at
and
Lark
just
in the
like
Park.
that was a crazy time in my life. Like, I started a new job 2 months before getting married. This was like halfway in between that. So I'm like stressed out from that. Starting a new job, Bradley's like, "Bye. Here's a mic. Figure it
Here's
out."
a mic. You got it.
He did that a lot to
Be
you.
me.
And yeah, just watching Taylor crush that workout and finish it. I think she
Yeah.
was the
She was the
only
only
one
one
to
that finished.
finish.
Yeah.
And we have that photo. She hit that last snatch and just like the whole gym lit up. It was like Christmas.
That fundraiser that we did with all of us in pink tutus.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Specifically watching the two of you dance in the pink tutus.
And
What-
Kevin specifically in those sequin hot pants.
I also want to say Kevin is the first person I remember meeting at Rue because I came to watch a couple open workouts.
You came to the open workout. That's right.
And
I
we
remember
had
Brad
the-
Scott came and watched a couple of open workouts, and he freaked me out because he was just staring at us while we were working. I'm like, "Are you gonna do something?" Like,
Wait, Kevin intimidated the shit out of me.
oh,
But like in a good, it was fine. But we had like boxes set up by the bay doors, and I got up to go to the bathroom, and I came back, and he was sitting in my spot. So I didn't know anyone. I just grabbed my stuff. I was gonna leave anyway. And Kevin looks at me and he's like, "Oh, were you sitting here?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm leaving." And he goes, "Oh, I wasn't gonna move. I was just wondering if you were sitting here." And then introduced himself, and it was like we laughed.
And I'm
about
like,
it, but
and what did I say after that?
I don't remember.
You want a beer?
Probably. Yeah. Like it was fine after, but I was like, okay.
what about
what?
Missy's going away party and Kevin?
Scram.
Kevin
Oh,
rolls
no.
up in the wheelchair
oh, good.
because he just had his bunion shaved off.
So
And-
Kevin
Weren't
rolls,
bunions.
Whatever it was.
Kevin rolls up in a wheelchair.
That's
with a,
right.
like,
Y'all didn't know I was coming. I
In an
don't
old
think.
man hat.
Yeah, old
his
man
old
hat.
man hat.
And Missy.
and it was just like the whole outfit, like. And then I think Shannon was in a dress. Like it looked like y'all had just
It
come
looked like
from the retirement
1950s
community.
From the
store.
dog track in Miami or
Florida.
something.
Let me
Yeah,
find that
1950s Miami,
picture.
Florida.
And Kevin had the case of like beer or Truly or
Oh,
something
on
in
his
lap.
on his lap. That's right. That was
The whole
awesome.
gym stopped.
That
I
was a
came to
good
party.
memory.
That was
Scram.
fun. That was fun.
Well, and then it wasn't at the gym, but with us, beach brawl, a lot of the beach brawls, and then the morning coffee on the
That is hands down my
Yeah, yeah,
favorite.
on the
beach
balcony or
brawl
whatever.
Is the three of us just sitting out,
Yeah.
going through a
Next
couple
year,
pots of coffee.
vaccine.
Vaccine.
We're headed
up.
back. We're gonna do it. I'll make sure
If
I'm not
only for
out of
that.
town. Yeah,
That like 2
for sure.
hours is awesome.
What's yours, Bradley?
Well, I just said that was good. I love the Metcons and Mimosas where we started singing Mariah,
Yeah, that's good.
and we were all working out, singing Mariah, and dancing at the same time. That was good.
That's in the video where y'all are.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I
I
was.
got
couldn't
a
make that.
lot. There's a lot. I mean, it's tough to recall. So, Kevin,
Rally.
parting advice for anyone out there when it comes to their fitness or being a part of the Roux community, gym, whatever. Just drop some wisdom.
It's never too late. It's never too late to get started,
Love it.
and don't be afraid. Take that leap. Be like you feel
Don't
like
be intimidated by Kevin's big muscles.
I'll buy you a beer.
He'll kick you off your box,
He's
but
so
then he'll buy you a
muscly.
beer.
He'll kick you off your box.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's. Don't be afraid. Don't be. I mean, I struggle to get my wife here, but that's a whole other story. I hope she watches this.
She
too.
ain't listening to that.
We love you, Shannon.
Of course we do. We all see it all the time. People are just scared to get started. Like, I can't do that. I'm not shaped to do that. Well, it doesn't make any sense. We're here to get you in shape, So, yeah.
Or I need to go work out in order to come here.
And it's necessary.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You need to fitness is necessary, and that's the message that I'm trying to get through to my wife, who will never be big or
It looks good though.
she does look good, and she's got good genes. But with those genes, going to come brittle bones and arthritis because
She needs it for her wellness.
and I don't have to carry her old ass around in 10 years.
What's the saying?
What? Working out is for wellness, not for weight loss.
Yep, there it is.
I agree.
All right,
Yeah.
anything left to say? All right. Make
was
sure
fun.
to. This was fun. We should do more
Cheers
Saturday
to
podcasts.
1 year of podcasting.
Yeah, cheers, team.
With
That
our
being
empty
said-
drinks. Oh,
Cheers.
All right, make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Specifically, share. We'd appreciate that. Comments, nice words.
Only nice things.
Only nice things. 5 stars only. We appreciate it. And spread the joy. We are the happy place in Jefferson Parish where you get fit as fuck.
And have fun doing it.
That's right. Get fit, have fun. Boom.